In the beginning, God created the world in terms of systems. He who upholds all things by the word of his power used his perfect ability to differentiate elements and to group them according to his wisdom. Borders, limits, and rules assigned each thing to their proper place, time, and function, bringing order and beauty out of chaos. Then, he established humans as managers or stewards of that environment, created to uphold their life. In turn, he gave them abundant access to everything necessary for life, provided they would respect the owner's limits, which would ensure their well-being. Managers do have power, but not ultimate power. Unless allowed by the owner, they cannot decide to sell the owner's business or take some goods home, for example. And it was not different in the garden, where a specific restriction reminded the managers that they were not the owners. That restricted spot was also the only place from where Satan could beguile them. Not eating from that fruit was the test of their gratitude and loyalty to God, and of their trust in His goodness. Not eating from the tithe today is a test of our gratitude and loyalty to Him, as well as of trust in God's ability and willingness to provide. Even having an abundant supply of every good thing, the first stewards ventured closer to that forbidden tree. Deluded by the deceiver, they ended up using God's restricted portion. We can never tamper with God's exclusives, limits, or borders without triggering a catastrophic reversal of the creation process, leading back to chaos and death. Breaking trust, they lost the right to the owner's property and special perks. God's justice can never remove the law of cause and effect and the consequences of our choices, but God's love led Him to offer Himself as a substitute, becoming the divine recipient of all those consequences: disruption, pain, suffering, chaos, and death. This plan, immediately offered to Adam and Eve, was exemplified by the first animal offering, something implicit in the account of the tunics of skin God provided for them. So, if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness, because the Lord has laid on Him the iniquity of us all. Our offerings can only be accepted by God now because the upholding giver put us first and Himself last by dying as the first offering. Therefore, let us put our desires last and God first.